Hi guys, this is Imran and I'm here to show you how to create a pop-up page for your landing page or your opt-in form. So this is a continuation of how to upload your landing page. So in the previous video, we uploaded the landing page and made the changes that were necessary, like just changing, adding your website name there, and then adding the links into the legal pages. So now we're going to add the pop-up, because currently when you click on this button, nothing happens. So what we want to do is create pop-up pages, and what I mean by that is if we click on preview, if we click on, excuse me, if we click on this, we get this pop-up. So this is the page, or this is the pop-up that we're about to create. Okay, I'm going to leave this open because it's going to come in handy. And so this is what I recommend for you, is to have another preview page, or if you've got a landing page or my landing page, keep it open and leave it on the pop-up page, because we're going to literally copy and paste this and model it. So going back to the dashboard. So now we want to use something called Thrive Leads. So we go down to your Thrive dashboard and we're going to click on Thrive Leads. So this is where we're going to create the page. Sorry, the pop-up. So the first thing we need to do is create a lead group. Now I've already got one there. So you can actually duplicate this, but if you're doing this for the first time, we're going to create a brand new one. So I'm going to call it HTAM. And if you remember from the previous video, I was creating a second landing page funnel for my Facebook traffic ad. So what I'm going to do is call it the HTM Business Facebook ad group. Okay, ad lead group. Okay, and now we want to create the actual opt-in form. So you click on where it says add new type of opt-in form. Why is it not clicking? Let's see. There you go. Third time lucky. For some reason, Thrive call their pop-up lightbox, so the usual terminology is pop-up or opt-in form. So they call it lightbox, but it's pretty much the same thing. So we're going to create lightbox. Okay, and then you see this part which comes in, which says next step, add a form. So just click there, or in the black box there, and it says your forms will appear here, create form. Okay, so I'm going to call this form HTAM Facebook ads opt-in or pop up form. Create form. Okay, and then so in the actual ad group, so if I go back to dashboard, just so you can see, this is the ad group that I've created. Lead group that I've created for my Facebook ad. And then I created an opt-in form. Now to go back to that opt-in form, I just need to click on edit. And it brings me back here to the actual form. So now we need to create the opt-in form. So you click on this blue tab here called which says edit design. And it's very similar to Thrive Architect. Well, it's Thrive Architect, but in terms of actually creating the pop-up form, it's the same as creating a landing page. So it offers you, it gives you some templates that you can use. It's a bit slow in loading up, so we're just waiting for it to load up. Okay, now it'll give you some templates. You can use any template that you choose. However, for this presentation and for what I've been using previously, the one that I've been using to set up this one is all the way down the bottom, or near the bottom, towards the bottom, and I've used this one, set 002 version 6. Seems to be the closest one to this pop-up form, and also there's very little else on it, so it's easy just to make the changes. Okay, so let's choose that, choose this template, let it load, and away we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is go back to the form, and I'm going to select copy this, copy the text, and I'm going to highlight all this text, and then I'm going to paste all from there. Okay. In terms of sizes and getting it to fit and everything, I'm going to do that. It will all get sorted out towards the end. Now, to grab an element to add, so all these boxes here are called elements. Now, to get these elements, you go into this box here. Just add an element. Now, I want to add this image, so I need an image box. All you do is drag. Try again. I think there's a problem with my mouse, in all honesty. Might need to get a new one. So you drag, and where you see the arrow pointing is where, and once you let go, is where the element box would go. So in this case, we want it to go to the left-hand side, so just click there, that's the image box, and then it automatically uploads itself. Now, I already have the image in here, but what you can do, if you don't have the image, is if you go to the HTML Special Report tab, the one that you're copying, move your hover your mouse tab over the picture, and then if you right click on the picture, and then you can save image as, which is what I've pretty much done on the last one. So you can save the image as, just save it to your desktop, remember where you saved it, and then when you come back to uploading it, all you do is you upload files, select files, and then I'll show you easier. So then you do select files. Just remember where this one here, HTML-MU. So it's that. So you just click on it, press open, and then you can upload it. I don't need to do it because I've already got it. So I'm just going to close that. So mine's already in image library. So all I need to do is just scroll down. It's over here. Select it. And then insert into post. Again, don't worry too much about sizing at this point, but actually in this case I probably will do it. And what I do, or what I've noticed, is if you drag the left edge column of the text tab to the left, it makes that bigger and makes the image slightly smaller. And I'm going to go to about there. It doesn't need to be exact, ultimately as long as the readers can see it, and it fits on the page. Okay, so the next thing I want to add is another element, and I want to add a text element. So I'm going to drag and drop that below this. So this is the text and the image box. I want it under the column box. So it comes underneath this box. You can see these two are in one box. There's a big box around these two, the image and the text, so we want it below that main box. And then what we're going to do, go back to here. Copy. Then paste in there. Okay. And then, so we've just done that. Come back to it. The next thing is this: we will protect or inspect your privacy policy. Scroll down now. This is a text box. We don't need that because this one has this image, a lock image. So this is a completely different box altogether. And to get that, so we go to Elements, scroll down, and we're looking for something called Styled List, which is here. Again, drag, drop, look for the arrow, make sure it's underneath. Now it automatically gives you 3 different elements. We don't need a list element, as you can see here and here. We don't need all 3, we just need one of them. So you can either delete them here in this box, or you can just delete it here. Okay, so just so that you're aware, the styled list box is a whole box that the tick and the text is in, or the image and the text is in. However, you can individually move or change the boxes itself within the styled list box, and you can see where you are by this tab at the top here. So if I click, so this at the moment, I've got this green box here, which is a styled list. If I click into the text box, it's showing me that I'm in the inline text. So I'm in the text element of the styled list. If I clicked here, then I'm in the icon box of the styled list. If I wanted to come out of this and I just wanted the styled list, then I can click on the styled list. So in this case, I want the text box. So I'm going to go back. Try again. Copy. And then paste. Do that again. Paste. That's better. And this icon, the way to change that, if you click on the icon box, then you've got your options for that box on the left hand side. So technically, yes, you should save work, and in this case I'm going to upload all the literature and everything that we need, and then I'm going to save the box. But to change the text box or the checkbox, it's this icon box here. Click on there. There you go. It's being a bit slow today. And you could go ahead and search for the lock, because that's what it is. It's a lock. But in the search icon, if you type in lock, and all the locks will come up. And the one that we're looking for is the lock Alt, A-L-T, regular. And it's this one here. You can see as it says lock Alt regular. Just click on that one, hit select, and that goes up there. And then the next thing we want to add is this last bit of text there. So let's go so I clicked on the elements box, I'm going to need to scroll back up to get a text box, which will go underneath underneath background box. There it is. And then click here. Copy. Paste. Okay. And then at this point, what I tend to do is just save work. So we've got the outline of the pop-up box. Now to just make the simple changes. So like I said, it doesn't need to be exact, but if you can get it as close to that, it's fine. So the way to do it is, let's see the gap between the top, that's fine. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to move is the image. So if I click on the image, if I right click on the image, on the left hand side it gives me various options about the image, so I can change the size or the style. But what I want to do is just change the position. So I'm going to click on layout and position. Now this outer box allows me to change in which I can move this box up, down, left or right. The inner box moves the image inside that box there is to the left or right. So in this case, we want to use this box here. We want to move that box here. So I want it to go up. So you just click on there on this top button and then drag it down till I think that's about right. That looks okay. Something near the top. Yeah, that's fine. And then on this one, I think I can make it a little bit smaller actually. So maybe main options for this and just change. So it's 30, maybe if I go a little bit smaller. 26, that's fine. And then I want to go to layout and position and then just pull it up to about there. That's fine. Okay, and then now I'm going to move the no credit card required. I'm going to make it, I think it's a little bit smaller if I remember correctly. Yeah. So let's change. We want to go to main options and change that. I believe it's 15. Yeah, that's 15 pixels in terms of size. And layout and position. I'm going to try and center it out. No, actually, let's go to main. No, okay, it's not letting me do it here. So I'm just going to go to layout and position. Alignment. Oh, here we go. Align to the center. I'm going to do line to the center, and then in the inner box, try this side. What you have to do is sometimes you just have to mess around with it a bit until it does what you want it to do. Which is what I'm doing here. So just bring it round so it's about central. So it's about there, and then bring it up. It's about there. That's okay. Okay. And then next thing is the lead generation box. So first thing I want to do is just bring the whole box up a bit. Closer, tidy it up. That's fine. Actually, and then we'll change the font to this, to the text box. So go to main options, believe, don't want that. Change it to 15. Now I want to move the whole styled list box. So I click on the styled list box there. It now has taken both the icon and the text. And then let's change layout and position. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the, actually let's put that back to 0. And we use the inner line here. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my cursor onto that line, and then I'm holding down on my right mouse button, and I'm just moving whichever side that it allows me to move to. So in this case I want to move it to the right, so just moving it to the right, which looks about central there. It's good. And then to this box here, so first and foremost we want to change the font. I believe it's 13. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do Control A to select it all, and then try 13. Yep, that looks about right. Yes. I mean, you can go smaller if you want. If you 10, a bit too small. Let's go 12. Ooh. Okay, and then do I need to move it up? Just move it up a tad. So layout and position, and then just again click on the bar that you want to move and just take it up maybe about there. And then pretty much you can see it's starting to take shape, looking similar. Ooh. Okay, save work. Okay, now we are going to customize the lead generation box. So starting off with button. Oh, there we go. Edit form elements. So I've got it as submit. And in terms of the color, it's sort of a reddish color, light red. Back to the right architect. Let's go click on red here, and then something like that. Yep. Again, like I said, it doesn't need to be exact, but that is good there. That's fine. Let's do apply, and then to change the text in the actual box. So to change it there, you have to come over to the placeholder on the left. So we've got it as enter first name here. So okay, enter first name here, 3 dots. Okay, and then do the same with the email. And we've got it as enter email here and 3 dots. So again, placeholder, enter email here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. That's it. I'm done. That is literally the pop-up done and finished there. And then all you do is save one. So that's saved. Now we need to connect the form to the landing page so that when we click on it, it will pop up like this one has. Because currently it wouldn't pop up once you start publishing it. So we don't need this page anymore, so we can close that. We need that. Okay, so and then we need to customize these tabs as well. So let's start off here. So what we want to do is go to your special report Thrive architect page that you had originally loaded. And to get what we need is, you want to, just so you're aware, to get the Thrive architect, or if you need a reminder, I'm going to close it. To get a reminder, all you do is go back into your dashboard, and then go to pages, all pages. And then we're doing the Facebook ads draft. So I don't need to edit it or anything. I want to edit it in with Thrive Architect. So if you click on that, that's how I get to this page. So very similar to the Lightbox page or Thrive Architect page. Just wait for it to load up. Okay, so this is the Lightbox. So this is the Optin page that I created for this landing page. Now I need to connect the two. So the way to do that is you go to the orange tab button here, and on the top, where it says button, just inside the orange tab, if you just click on there, that will give you these options on the left here. Okay, if you do it where the text box is, then it goes away and then you doesn't give you the option. So you want this part here that's just above the text line but below the actual button box, the top of the button box itself. So that's the part that we want to click on. You go all the way down to the bottom and you're looking for HTML attributes. If you click on there and then scroll down a little bit more, this has been set to IP_Optin. You can set it up to whatever you like. However, what I would recommend is that you just stick to what's in there, just to keep things simple. So let's go back again. My mouse is being a bit funny today, so that's why it's jumping around. So we're going to do paste. So copy, shall I say? Copy. And then we're going to go back to the Lightbox, and we want to put it, the first place we want to put it is, actually not Lightbox, we want to go back to your dashboard. We want to go to your Thrive dashboard. We want to go to your Thrive leads where you created your lead group and the opt-in page. You click on the Thrive leads. And then we're going to go to the lead group that we just created. So I'm going to click on that. And then to edit the form, just click on there. Now this page comes up, and what we want to do is we want to change the trigger. At the moment it says displays immediately on page load. So whenever this page loads, it's going to pop up, and we don't really want that. So what we want is to go back to dashboard. If you click on displays immediately on page load, show on page load. So ultimately what that means is show on page load. As soon as that this HTML report shows up, the pop-up tab will come out at you straight away, which is not what we want. What we want is show when the user clicks an element. So when they click this button, the element, that's when we want the pop-up to show up, and that's why we're choosing show when the user clicks an element. And then all we do is paste that HTML attribute from the landing page into the class and then hit save. Okay, so it displays on click. Display frequency, we want to change that to 0, so it happens every time someone clicks on it. All the time. Zoom in is fine. And then go back to landing page. Sometimes you can click it in the button here. You've got the HTML attributes, and you just do the same thing and paste the IP Optin there. Okay, and then hit save work. And that, but ultimately it connects at this trigger point here. That's where the full connection is. Okay, and then we're going to go back to dashboard. Okay, and now we need to customize this part here, your targeting options. So we're going to click on display settings. Now some of these will need to be it'll change once we publish the actually let's do that now. Let's close that. So let's do this. Let me show you what I was going to do first. Come back here. So ultimately we want to see the pages we want it to pop up to. But currently, other than the special report, the Facebook traffic ad HTML special report is not here because it's not published. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and publish it first. So we go back to pages, all pages, and then it's currently a draft version. So we're going to do edit. And then we're going to do, actually, let me just, don't know why it does that. We're going to save draft. And then we're going to hit publish. So that is now live, as you can see here. HTML special book Facebook ads is now live. So we're going to go back to Lightbox, well, sorry, Drive Leads. And we're going to go to the page and we're going to set our targeting options. Okay, so the first one we're going to change is basic settings. So we want to click on front page, all pages, and all posts. So all pages, front pages, all posts. Hit save and close. Oh, sorry, actually I forgot to. Let's go back. And we also want to do pages. And as you can see, there's a Facebook ad special report template. So we want to click that. And hit save and close. So that's all connected, and then all we want to do is hit on and on. There you go. So you want to turn those on so the pop-up will come up as soon as someone clicks on the link. So now we're going to test it. Okay, so let's go. We don't need this for now. I'm going to close these because we don't want to get confused. So let's go to pages, all pages. Okay, we're going to click on view. So this is what it will look like. And if we click on the button, perfect, pop-up comes up. We scroll down, test the other one. Perfect, pop-up comes up. Now, currently there's nowhere that Again, if you enter your name and email here and you click submit, it's going to go to nowhere because it's not connected to an autoresponder. So on the next video, I'm going to show you how to connect your pop-up page and your landing page to an autoresponder, so when someone enters a name and email, you can capture their email. So I'll speak to you on the next video. Thanks, bye.